Hey YouTube, I'm serving on all 3 platforms tonight. I done did an Instagram live, I just finished a Facebook live, and now I'm on my YouTube live. So I'm serving all the way across the board tonight. All the way across. Y'all know my videos that I do normally. Usually I just go ahead and get to the point, but this is a live Q&A. So if you watching this on the replay, tap ahead. Just tap ahead. Tap ahead. Tap ahead. Miss Perez, we're the type of Q&A that I'm doing is for people that are interested in becoming a life coach. So this is if you're interested in becoming a life coach, or you're thinking about being a life coach and you just have some questions about how to start your coaching business, or what is life coaching? Could you be a life coach? How would you go about doing it? This is that type of Q&A tonight. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I just wanted to offer something like this because, and y'all will see on the thumbnail for this video that I have the conference calls every Sunday. I do the conference calls every Sunday for any aspiring life coaches. And a life coach is really just a motivational, unbiased friend. A life coach is somebody that you can talk to, that you can confide in, that you can, vent to, that you can talk out your other issues with, whatever that person specializes in, whatever that person's category is. Hey, Sonya. Whatever their category is. Yes, we will be on this Sunday. We will be on this Sunday. And we'll run those conference calls every Sunday. I put the call-in information, the dial-in number, and the access code. It's on the thumbnail of this video, and it's also on the community tab of my YouTube channel. And that's gonna always be the same. So you can just like write that down or screenshot it and save it. And all you have to do is dial in on your cell phone, and when it asks for the access code, you just put the access code in. I guess I just need to be patient. When I come on camera, y'all, even if I'm just like recording regular videos, y'all would notice that about me. Like, I be jumping right on into my message. I don't understand how them people come on live or they come on anything, and then they just be sitting there. Like, I can't. When I'm on camera, I'm just like, okay, let's get down to business. What we need to do? What we talking about? What's going on? But I mean, I'm waiting for questions. So if I don't get any questions, then I will have to sit here until I get some. Because I be instantly like, even when I do a live, yes, Valencia, that's me, straight to the point. And then I know when I be watching other people's channels, y'all know how they have the cute little intros. I tried to do that with the intros and stuff, but it just ain't me. Because I know how I am when I'm watching videos and they come on and they have the cute intros, and I'm just like, I'm tapping ahead. Then I stop, wait, see what they gonna say. Okay, they still talking about some other stuff. I keep tapping ahead till it get to the point. Till they get to the point. And some of them don't get to the point till about 4 or 5 minutes in. I'm like, Lord have mercy. So I apologize for my replay watchers, because I be thinking about my replay watchers when I do a live. Because I'm like, yeah, they're gonna have to go through all that fluff before they get to the message, before they get to the meat. And I'm that type of person where I'm just like, just give me the meat. Just give me the meat. Take all the leaves and stuff off my plate. I don't need all that parsley and all that, the little leafy stuff they put around your plate, try to make it look all festive and stuff. I don't need that stuff. I'm like, baby, just give me, move all that out the way, cause I'm just trying to get to my steak. I want my meat. But I mean, I guess I'll just talk a little bit about coaching until I get a question. But y'all, okay, now let me tell y'all how I get to this point of working with coaches. Because when I started coaching as helping people to find their purpose. Helping you to find your purpose, helping you to find your gifts. No, I ain't even gonna say that. Because when I first started coaching, I was coaching any and everything. I took everything that I had been through in my past, right? So the divorce, being single, being a single woman, raising kids alone, just anything, self-love, confidence, like I said, finding your purpose and your gifts. What were some of the other ones I had up there? I probably had like 10 categories on my website, because I remember when people would call me or they would text me and they'd be like, Toya, phone about to die. But they'll be like, Toya, I'm on your site and I have no idea what to book. What do I need to book? And that's when I realized, like, okay, Toya, you got too much stuff up here. You trying to coach about too many different topics. And so that's why I was just like, I started narrowing it down, but it was still too general. So that's what I had on my site in the beginning. Thank you, Pat. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you believe that God is calling you to that, more than likely He is. He is. And more than likely it's something that you've been doing already. You've been doing it already. What if you still finding purpose and really just getting in the Word daily? Being in isolation with God, just being in isolation with God, and getting to a place where you shut out everybody else. Like, I had to shut out everybody else before I could even discover my purpose, before I could even find out that life coaching was something that God needed me to do. I had to get rid of, you know, all of the influences that were around me. Like, all of the, if it wasn't positive, and when I say I had to get rid of all of the influences, I mean, I had to get rid of all of them because they weren't serving me. They was negative. So I don't mean that, you know, you got to just dump everybody, ditch everybody, get rid of everybody. You got to go through and take inventory over these people that's in your life. And you got to say, okay, are they supporting me? You know, as in, like, are they speaking life into me? Do I feel good when I'm around these people? Or do I feel like, you know, my energy just go down when I'm around them? They always talking negative. They ain't never got nothing good to say. They always complaining. So you have to take inventory, look at the people that's in your life and the people that's around you. If they ain't serving you, they ain't serving, you know, that next level of you, they got to go. They got to go. And don't even make no apologies for it. Don't even, Y'all see what my shirt say? I love you, God bless you, and bye. That's what I had to say. And that's what I tell people to say. I love you, God bless you, and bye. Glory be to God. Y'all, I'm sorry, but this Q&A is only for life coaches. It's only for life coaches. And that leads me to my next point. With being a life coach, you have to find a niche, however they want to say it. But you have to find a specific category, because if you try to help everybody, you'll end up helping nobody. You'll end up helping nobody. And see, this is a thing that I really, really struggle with this. You said if you become a life coach, does that change? No, if you become a life coach, I mean, I don't know, Tequila. I would need some more information about that. I don't want to speak on it, and I'm not really sure. Not really sure. Yes, Jasmine, yes. And do not think because you young that you can't coach. Don't think because you young that you can't be a coach, because it's some young women, out there that are still struggling with things that you done overcome. They still struggling with things that you have overcome. So you have to start from where you are. Start from where you are, and then start helping people, start coaching people that are still stuck from the places that you done came from. Okay, you may not have the experience, as as a 35 or a 40-year-old would have, but you can coach from what 22 or 23 years of life has taught you, and you can coach that to an 18-year-old, to a 19-year-old, to a 20-year-old. And then I'm gonna tell you something else. Age ain't nothing but a number. Age ain't nothing but a number, because I'm 33 and I coach people twice as old as I am. So my target audience, you say, if you feel like God called you to something else, do you change the coaching? If you feel like God has called you to something else, if coaching is what He's called you to, you're gonna be coaching. That's what you're gonna be. That's what you're gonna be doing. I feel God called. I'm sorry, y'all. YouTube these comments are disappearing so quick. Let me see if I can pull this up on my laptop, so I can be able to see y'all's comments. After becoming a life coach, how would you promote yourself outside of people you may randomly meet? That's a good question. That's a good question. How would you promote yourself? You have to be, whatever way you pick, you have to be consistent, right? You have to be consistent. And then what you do is, the world that we live in today, because everything is virtual now. I mean, everything going virtual. You cannot be a successful coach if you're not on social media. You're going to have to be on social media. Like, I mean, the majority of my clients come from social media. If I waited on people that was local, I would never get booked. So you have to get on social media, and you got to pick whatever platform you feel the most comfortable on. So when I first started, I picked Facebook, and I created a Facebook group, which is where I get the Divine Ones from. I created the Divine Ones public Facebook group. And to give y'all an insider, I was really, really nervous about being on camera in the beginning. I was really, really nervous about being on camera. And so I was scared to go live, so nervous about going. The Lord had told me to do lives. I was so nervous about doing it. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I was too scared to do a live on my public page. So I created the group, and then I would invite people to the group, and then I would just go live inside the group. But I mean, it was a public group anyway, so people could see it anyway. But just for my mindset purposes, I felt better knowing, okay, I'm going live inside the group. And I just did that, and I did that, and I did that every day. I did that every day. A lot of times when I went live, I would have one person watching me. Thank you, Tequila. I would have one person watching me, 2 people watching me. But I just kept doing my lives every day. And many days I was talking to myself. When nobody up there, I was talking to myself. And that's why I said, that really, really hurt me when I lost my dog. Because other than my kids, other than my 3 kids, my dog was the one that would listen to me all the time. Forget them folks and get in your purpose. That's right, Malencia. That's right. That's right. And that's why I be telling y'all that, because that's what I had to do. I had to forget them folks. I had to not worry about who was watching me. So that's how you promote yourself as a coach. It's really marketing. That's how you market yourself as a coach. You pick a platform, and then you show up on that platform consistently. Consistency is your weapon. Listen, I hear so many coaches out here telling people, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. You ain't got to do this, you ain't got to do that. You ain't got to go live every day. You ain't got to. I'm like, what y'all doing? If you ain't, yes, you do. Okay, you might not have to go live every day, but you're going to have to go do something. You're going to have to get out there, because you are at 0 when you start. Nobody knows you. They don't know your name. They don't know you from a can of paint. These people are not going to spend money to talk to you on the phone because they don't know you. So y'all know how we are. We have to build trust with a person. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to feel like, okay, I trust this person. So if you pick a platform, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whichever one that's most comfortable for you, Now, it needs to be one that you're already on most of the time anyway. So don't pick Twitter and you know you're not really on Twitter like that. So for me, I couldn't pick Twitter because I never really understood Twitter. It just wasn't for me. Even when I would try to be on there, and y'all look at my Twitter, I probably got like 2 followers. That's right, Pat. You get out there and God will bring the increase. That's right. That's right. You have to be consistent. Like that proverb says that a slack hand causes poverty, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. If you pick something and you stick with it and you are diligent and you do not stop, eventually the people are going to start coming in. Listen to me. Eventually the people are going to start listening to you. I'm trying to pull up my live here. Okay. Okay, now I can see y'all comments. They ain't going nowhere. I can see them now. Yeah, if you stay consistent, eventually the people are going to get on board. They're going to get on board and they're going to start supporting you. They're going to start hitting that like button. They're going to start hitting that follow button. What if you are not a social media user? What platform should you use? Rabbit the Stylist. If you are not a social media user, you gotta be one. You gotta be one. Now something else that I would say is you could probably, well, if we wasn't in the times that we in right now, you could probably like get some business cards, pass out flyers, get some brochures. Pass out brochures, but people don't want you nowhere on them now. They be like, bike up, get bike. What you doing? People don't even want you. No, social distance, 6 feet, get bike. So, social media is the best thing. Now, you know what, Rabbit the Stylist, have you thought about a podcast? Look at Jasmine. Come on, Jasmine. Look at Jasmine. I'm talking about as soon as I said it, she put it up there on the screen. Yes. Rabbit the Stylist. Start a podcast. I feel like I'm being called, but at the moment, I don't know what. You feel like you're being called to coaching, Ashley? Yes, I actually want to start a podcast. That's it. Because you know what? I'm not even being 100% truthful with y'all. Let me go back and let me be 100% truthful with y'all. I did not start on Facebook. No. All around the same time I did. I actually started on my podcast. I started podcasting because I was so nervous about being on social media. I knew that that's what I wanted to do. But it was, let me tell y'all, it's so easy with the podcasting because ain't nobody watching you. It's just you. Yes, that's it, Jazz. Tell her you can do it. And Jazz, you can do it too. I want to see you moving too now. I want to see, listen. Y'all do, okay, I'm going to start a challenge with Jazz and Rabbit the Stylist, okay? In the listen, before 2021 come in, I want y'all to start your podcast, and I want you to screenshot it, and I want you to send it to me, because I want to see that y'all done started a podcast. I'm just saying. See, that's something else that a coach does. They hold you accountable. You're not going to be able to talk about what you think about doing. If the coach going to be like, okay, what do we need to do to get this done? What do we need to do to get this done? Listen, go to Anchor. Anchor.fm. Easiest podcast platform out there, and it's free. Okay, Chosen Star Seed. I like that name. I like that name, girl. Okay, how did you determine your fee when writing my plan out? I found being uncomfortable when it came to pricing. That's normal. Bonita Branch, I'm glad you found me. Chosen Star Seed, your price is whatever you said it. Nobody can come for you on that. That's the beauty of having your own business. See, when we work for somebody, it's okay, you're going to get a salary. You're going to get paid this much annually. You're going to get paid this much per month. But when it comes to your coaching business, It's all on you. So you got to start where you comfortable at. Now, when you start thinking about your fee, you could start now if it's a beginning coach, like somebody that's just coming into coaching, I would recommend starting, like charge by the hour. A lot of these other people, they'll be like, oh, you need to develop a coaching package, and you need to get a coaching package, you need to set up your coaching outline and your package. Listen, I done walked them shoes, I done been there, done that. You not gonna know what you need to do, you're not gonna know what's gonna work for you. I gotta hook up my charger. Until you get out here and start coaching folks. You got to get out here and start coaching folks. And once you get out here and start coaching folks, you'll come up with a package. You'll come up with an outline, because you'll be able to know, okay, that didn't work, I don't need to do that no more. Okay, this worked, so I need to keep doing this. So start charging by the hour if you want, whatever you're comfortable with. There is no right or wrong with this. That's it, Rabbit the Stylist. Okay, now listen, y'all, I don't know if y'all follow me on Instagram, LATOYA_Okeia. Send me a DM after you screenshot it. Send me a DM and just check in with me. Like, Toya, I done started the podcast. It's started. It's done. But when you talking about your fee, it need to be something that you comfortable saying. So you need to believe that you're worth that. Whatever you're gonna charge per hour, you need to believe that you're worth that. Because if you don't believe that you're worth that, when you try to pitch it to somebody, they can tell that you're not feeling that. They can tell that you're unsure of yourself. So start with an amount that you're sure of. You're welcome. You're welcome. Now, when I started with $25 an hour. That's what I started with. Y'all hang on, let me pull back up my comments over here. I see now when I go live on YouTube, this is what I need to do. I need to pull this up right here on my laptop so these comments don't go nowhere. Because they disappear so quick on the phone. Joy Sullivan, yes, girl, I'm so proud of you. Yes, you started your YouTube channel. Listen, I'm so proud of you. Okay, Tequila, you said, how many people do you think a new coach should take on at first? Now you shouldn't overload yourself in the beginning. Because in the beginning, really and truly, it's going to be about how can I get clients. You're going to be trying to get clients. Now, I did recently have a coach that went through my certification in my training program. And, he took action. He did his research. He did other things other than just taking the course and then sitting there waiting to get clients. He actually got out there and marketed himself. And I think he was telling me in our monthly group session that I offer to all of the coaches that I certify, that he booked like 15 to 20 people. Like he had 15 to 20 people that just came in at one time. And so in the beginning, don't bite off more than you can chew, because if this is something that's new for you, if it's fairly new, you want to go, maybe 1 to 3 people. No more than about 3 people at a time. And then work on getting results for those people that you coaching. If you able to just bring people in and you trying to figure out how many people should I drop some of these people off, that's a blessing, because it's usually kind of difficult to get booked at first. So if you able to book people and you like, how many should I take on? Should I drop some? That's a blessing. Let me go back up, see who I missed. But Tequila, I recommend no more than 3 at a time, because you don't want to take on a whole bunch of people and then you booked out, but you're not able to give each person the best part of you. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not able. You take on at least 1 or 2, maybe 3 at the most, and then work on getting results for those people. Thank you so much, Odetta. Odetta Hines, Merry Christmas to you too. What do you think about email and group coaching? Email coaching? I don't think I'm familiar with that. Now, group coaching, I love group coaching. I love group coaching now because you're able to help more people at a time. Like, you can get more for your time. In the beginning, I recommend one-on-one coaching because you gotta be able to get results for one person before you just take on like a whole group of people. So with coaching, it's all about the results. It's all about the results. You got to work on. You might have to listen. Even with your price, you might have to go down on your price so that you can get some people in, just so you can get results. And so then once you done got the results for those people, you can charge what you know you're worth, because it's like, look, this is what I was able to do. And then come up with a system after you finish coaching these people. Come up with a system to where you can get them, you can get their testimonials. You know what I'm saying? Like, send out like an exit survey or something like that that you have them fill out after they've gone through coaching with you. So, you know, what was it like working with me as your coach? What are you able to do now? How did you feel when you first started coming, when you first came to me, when you first booked me? So you want to get like something documented with them. If they don't mind, now they gotta give you their consent first. And after they've given you their consent to do it, you just you know, collect that data and then use that to market with. Use that to let people know, like, look, this ain't no fluff. This ain't something I just rolled out of bed and said I was gonna do. I get results. This is what I was able to do for somebody. I was able to get them these results. And when people see results and they see fruits, oh, okay, you the truth out here. Truth.com. But I don't know about the email coaching. Let's see. Thank you so much, God's favorite girl. Thank you. Yes, the email coaching is coaching just through emails. If you or your clients don't have an open schedule, you basically communicating with clients through email. Okay, well, I do that. I do email coaching with, okay, yes. Okay, I get what you're saying because you tied that in with the group. Exactly, yes. Because with group coaching, you're not able, especially depending on how big the group is, you're not able to talk to them one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? So offering that round-the-clock email access, or however much you want to, you know, leave your email open, that's perfect. That's perfect. I was doing that anyway, but I just wasn't thinking of it as like email coaching, but it really is. Thank you so much, Meredith. When I say results, you said, what do you mean by results exactly? I mean that these people, they came to you with a problem. So you're coaching this person and they came to you with a specific problem. And you have had that problem in your life before, right? And you have been able to work yourself out of that particular problem. Like, you're not dealing with that problem anymore. But when this person, this particular client comes to you, they come with this problem, and then based off of what you've been able to do for yourself, you coach them, you help them, you aid them, motivate them, uplift them, offer, you know, words of encouragement or just a listening ear. And you work with them however long it takes until you get them to a place to where they're no longer struggling with that neither. They've come out of that problem. They're not dealing with that problem anymore. Like, they've overcome that situation. And they were able to do that through you coaching them. That's a result. That's a result. When a client comes to you one way, but they leave a different way. That's a result. And that result hold weight. It hold weight. And you got to use that in your marketing. You have to use that. And a lot of times we hear marketing and it's like, ugh, because I used to be like that, like, marketing. Oh my, what you talk about? But I mean, marketing is something that you just do anyway. Like, when you show up on social media, when you make a post, when you do that, like now when they say what's on your mind and you post something, if you posting something personal, I mean, that's not marketing. But if you post something about your business, that's marketing. If you post something on your story about your business, that's marketing. If you upload a YouTube video, that's marketing. If you go live on Instagram, that's marketing. Let me see who I missed. Can you suggest a rate for email coaching? Crown Jewel. Now, I myself personally, I don't offer email coaching alone. That's something that comes with the group coaching. That's something that I do with the group coaching, and that's to just help me be able to, or text message coaching. And, if you feel more comfortable, or you feel, it's just depending on your level of professionalism of how you want to run it. If you're going to do it through text message, or you're going to do it through email. But I personally wouldn't recommend it alone. You know what I'm saying? Like doing it alone, because so many things can get misunderstood, like misconstrued, all just if you're not able to talk to that person, even if at least in a group setting or one-on-one every now and then. Like if you can like throw a one-on-one every now and then in there, or you got a group that's gonna meet once a week or once a month from that or something, then I would think that it would be okay. But just doing it alone, I wouldn't do it alone. I wouldn't do it alone, because a lot of the breakthroughs with coaching comes through, that interaction of speaking to one another back and forth. So people can be doing anything while they coach. While they texting or while they emailing. It might be all kind of things going on. They might have all kind of distractions, and then you might say something that the client, you didn't mean it that way, but they took it another way. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I would tread carefully with the email coaching alone. And if you do that, make sure you have like a very strong disclaimer, or like a contract, or something, something legal in your favor with that, because you could say something and it could just be taken way out of context, because it's just words, letters, words, sentences. Okay, Meredith says, I've been coaching since forever. Like when I was a teenager, I was that go-to friend, coaching for free. That's it. That's it. And that was me too. And if y'all think back long enough, you was on your job, and then the people were just like, okay, let me just ask her, what does she have to say about it? Or they'll just come and Joyce Sullivan, set up a discovery call with me, love. Set up a discovery call with me, because I do offer business consulting for life coaches. So if that's the type of mentoring that you're needing, I do offer that. And then even if y'all, those of you that asked, that made requests for something that I'm not currently doing, send me an email to support@IamLatoyaOkeia.com, because even if I'm not currently offering that, I know somebody that is. I know somebody that I trust that is, and I can refer you to them. And so listen, this is another thing I want to make sure I let y'all know. As you go more into coaching, you got to stick to what you said you was going to do. Like, it's going to be very tempting for you to do everything, because you're going to be like, okay, but they coming to me and they asking me for this, Toya, and they really wanted to book me. But if you know that that's not your area, like that's not your niche, that's not what you doing, and that's a hard lesson that I had to learn, because I just wanted to help everybody. I wanted to help everybody. But I'm telling you, you gotta stick to what you know, because if you try to help everybody, you're gonna find yourself on some coaching sessions where you're gonna be like, what do I say? You know what I'm saying? Because you're not sticking to what you know. You're not necessarily sticking to what you know, but see, when you go for something really general, you have no idea what these people gonna get on the phone and say. They could come at you with anything, and see, you're not prepared. So you gotta stick to your category. You gotta stick. If they come to you with a problem and that's not the problem that you are solving, you gotta send them. You gotta refer them to somebody that is specializing in that problem. That's a lesson that I had to learn. That's a lesson I had to learn. Pat, I haven't. The link is not working on the site right now. It's not available right now because I had to pause it for a minute. But I'm gonna open it back up after the holidays. So literally, like the day after tomorrow, the day after Christmas, I'm gonna open back up the discovery call option. Because I've just been going through a lot of transitioning. Thank you, Meredith. I've been going through a lot of transitioning from coaching on, from coaching one way to only dealing with life coaches. So the site been under some construction. It's been under some construction. What if you want to start from scratch, like having a one-on-one, discovering and renewing your mind? Let me see. Tequila, what do you mean by starting from the first? Oh, you said the first step. We can do that. Start from scratch, like having a one-on-one. Are you suggesting like should you get coaching first, Tequila? Okay. Yes. Because that's something that I had to do. I had to do that. I had to coach myself, and that's something that I go over in my certification and training program. I have a basic training program and I have an advanced training program. It's just whatever that person feels like they need. So with my basic training program, you get the certification, you get the online certification course, and you get certified from me at the end of that course. And you'll get 1 60-minute business consulting and private Q&A session with me. So that's with the basic training. But with the advanced training, you'll get the life coach certification course, you get my build a business plan course, you get the from the job to the dream course, and you get your certificate